thing I really am afraid of is that is honestly that they sell to Rupert Murdoch. I'm terrified of this. It is his white whale. And I think that it doesn't fit into Discovery's portfolio in a meaningful way. I've always been afraid of this. And the posture of making the platform more appealing, more attractive, more neutral, I think weakens it enough that they say, look, it's just not worth it. We didn't get the returns on investment. It hasn't turned the corner yet. I don't think they're going to get the audience gains that they think they're going to get, which is part of the strategy. And that's a real problem too. So at its core, I'm afraid that in the short term, we see some bad coverage out of them, some spots of bad coverage, which actually have bigger harms when it comes from CNN. And then but longer term, I think that it actually weakens the business model of CNN enough that it makes them more susceptible to just being spun off. And that's not great either. So
that's interesting. I didn't even think about that last
those are my few people realize how often Rupert Murdoch tries to buy CNN. It happens all the time. He did it, and he made a really aggressive year-long plus play in 2017. He had a run at it in 2014. He's made runs at it during the early 2000s, and that matters because that's how he got the Wall Street Journal. He tried to buy it half a dozen times before he eventually convinced the Bancrofts, which were the owners of the Wall Street Journal, to sell it. So I don't think it's insane or too far gone to say, this guy doesn't need to finance it. He's sitting on a mountain of cash that was supposed to be used, and it's earmarked for media acquisitions. They haven't used it yet. It's just, it is a mountain of cash. He doesn't need the financing. He can pay for the deal in cash. He can overpay, which is what Rupert Murdoch always does. He always overpays, always. Because he knows that it's easier.